crap, there's a bunch of stuff by Steve Forbert in here. I didn't know he did this. So why don't you tell us about how you started exploring photography and what you're doing these days with your photography?
See, I didn't want to get a cell phone for the longest time. People made me get one.
That will happen.
I didn't get one till, I don't know, 5 years ago. But the bonus was I realized that you could take pictures with it, you could send them through the cyberspace. I thought that was hilarious. And then I began to realize that this little flip phone had kind of a real exaggerated quality to it because the camera wasn't any good. You know, the colors were special. So I kind of got on this drug. All of a sudden I started seeing the world in a light like I can capture everything.
That flip phone.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
And it became an obsession, and I tour so much. I'm seeing things. There's an example. Of course, I took that yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's East Nashville.
Exactly. It's over Main Street. I mean, you've got to photograph that thing. So I did a U-turn in the middle of the street. I'm always looking out for the police. And it's and I'm like, I'm late for a lunch thing. I mean, no, dude, you got to go back and photograph. Okay, I'll do it. So that's happened to me. That conversation, 500. I've been able to do a couple of photo exhibits, and they're nostalgic or they're weird, or I just like symmetry and I like color. So, and I moved on to an iPhone. That's taken with an iPhone 6. That's a Canon with a 6.37 lens, folks. And I'm using a filter there that I got in Korea. And
Yes.
So, anyway, it's just so much fun. I photograph anything from an acre to the Empire State Building.
Yeah, I mean, when someone asked me what your show was like after I came from that show, I said, well, I guess I'd describe it as American still lifes. That was the term that I used. So if the gallery director asks you what your show is going to be, you can say, oh, it's a study of American still lifes.
Sure. The Dobbs in the West Village and decided I was going to get a bigger guitar than the 0018 Martin, which served me well. But then that was there. And you can't get an SJ new people now for under, like they're $2,700, or if you were to go over to Gruen's or Corner Music, they're up there. They're like $2,400. At the time, this one was $750. And I thought, it's the top of the line. I'll go for it, Inflation is funny like that. So that's how it was. I bought it, and in fact used it on most of the first album. And those are just such great times, Youth is just so fantastic because there's so many things you don't think about, you don't worry about, Well, I hope people know who he was, just for the benefit of, if you don't, he wrote This Magic Moment and Save the Last Dance for Me and Viva Las Vegas, and the list goes on. I think he was
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He was way into jump blues. He was obsessed in the early 50s with wanting to be a black jump blues singer, and he idolized Big Joe Turner. And he became friends with Big Joe Turner, it meant as much to him as it meant to me to be friends with him. But he was just hilarious. That's the thing about him. He was extremely frank. He had polio. He couldn't go anywhere without an assistant, much like Sonny Terry, who I traveled with for a little while. Yeah. Thank you, girls. And he was just, I think I was telling Michelle here yesterday, he was very critical and just funny as hell. He'd go out a lot and listen to music. He was a song guy. And if you didn't cut the mustard, he could be very critical. And I just loved him because he was so frank, and he wasn't really he was just not pretentious at all. He was just, he could have been